Okay, what's going on, guys? Bit of a late video, but let's go over evolutions. Couple of things you need to know. Don't rush into doing any of these evolutions. In fact, if you remember when the game came out, obviously for me it's a bit easier because I have like so many different accounts. But the biggest issue is that when an evolution comes out, like the founders one, everyone hastily rushes to do these SBCs. Evolutions. Now, keep this, look, it expires 17th of March 2024, so be very careful. This is very important that I say this, right? If you have a joke account or a second account that you don't mind messing around with, okay, fine, don't do it. But if you have a main account, you don't want to make a rush. And what I mean by that is, I'll give you an example. I never did a founders one, but I waited till this Alvarez card came out. Now, truthfully speaking, it was a perfect thing because that allowed me to get the perfect amount of boost for Alvarez, and I used the Foot Founders, I believe, extension on him. So these are just a few things to bear in mind. So this expires on the 17th of March 2024. So in my opinion, don't hastily, even if EA release some evolution out next week, don't hastily rush to do it, because you don't know, maybe like in 2 weeks time after that, another evolution is going to come out, and then you can use the Foot Found evolution in that one. So I just want to say that, just keep that bear in mind. You have until end of March. So this is what to wait. Now, as you can see, you do get a skill move upgrade. Now, this is why it's very important. This skill move upgrade can make someone, for example, who's a let's say, I'm going to use like Sun. Okay, let's just say hypothetically Sun has a 5-star weak foot and 4-star skill moves. Let's say theoretically you could put Sun into this. You can make Sun a 5-star. He then becomes ultimately one of the best players inside the game with a 5-star. Then you can then upgrade him with another path to an evolution. So don't hastily do this. There could be another card that maybe not. I'm trying to think of someone who's a 5-star, 4-star. I'm trying to think of my head. Let's say Ben Yedder. You could potentially do a Ben Yedder here and get someone who's, for example, 5-star, and it could be an evolution that makes someone team of the season standard by end of the year. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that. So don't hastily do this, but we do have the new one, the dribbling session. This one is a bit of a weird one. I'm not going to say it's one that's very effective. You know, you get the shooting, the passing, the dribbling. There's only one swap out. It's very, very easy to do, to be honest. And then you get the press proven playstyle. Do I care about the press proven playstyle? Absolutely not. To be honest, I think it doesn't even do anything. If anything, probably it goes down under one of the most useless ever. One of probably the most useless ones ever. So just do bear that in mind. But anyway, like I wanted to say to you, so dribbling sensation, we're going to go just over the meta players, but I wanted to give you an example. You can see with power shooter, there might be one where you can do the Foot Founders one, but it's just general. So if an EA ever release a Foot Founders SBC, just don't hastily do it. We're going to go over the Foot Bin now. We're not going to really go over the bad cards per se. We're just going to go with the pure meta cards. This is very, very easy to do, 15 weeks to do it. And I think it's pretty good. Now, as I said, you're really paying for the stats upgrade here. You're not really paying for anything else. The press proven is basically a waste of time. I would say though, whatever evolution you do now, there's potentially this card can get evolved again. Okay, so let's say you evolve, let's just say Lukaku, for example. There could be a chance that Lukaku then fits into another evolution. EA could be very smart about this. You won't know. We're going to go over the popular cards first, like cards like Turam. As you can see, that Welcome to Evolutions. See the Welcome to Evolutions? A lot of people when the game came out, they thought, oh yeah, let me just take this headphone off 1 second. That is wire is now tangled. But while I'm untangling the wire, let me explain this to you. The Welcome to Evolutions, everyone just spent it on their favorite card. You're not going to notice a +2 stat difference, realistically speaking, with Welcome to Evolution. But if you combine that with these other upgrades, it can then make it very much worth it. Now, this Turam card is actually a pretty decent card. I'm 86 rated. I mean, you need Welcome to Evolutions to actually get this far. But he's a good centre mid. Is he probably worth it? Probably not. I think he can play centre mid, CDM. Maybe you can even argue someone like Zakaria, to be honest. Let me have a look at Zakaria's stats actually 1 second. Dennis Zakaria. Probably make a better CDM price to performance actually. For relatively nothing. So he's more of a centre mid. I don't think he's really going to be worth it. He's got the ping, pass and tiki-taka playstyles though. Nonetheless, a good centre mid, good passing. I think if you're looking for a League One team, you need the French links. He's a good centre mid. There isn't an abundance of centre mids in the League One. So if you're looking for a League One team that's got the good centre mids, he's definitely up there with one of them. Again, there isn't really that much of an amazing options. Yes, you have some of the new cards and stuff like that, but there isn't really anyone that's really, really stand out. So for League One, he's definitely a good card. Then we're going to go over James. I think, to be honest, he's a bit too slow to play as a right back. 83 sprint speed is not enough. In my opinion, it's not enough. You might as well just buy this this card. Now, this card is probably one of the best right backs defensively because he's got the jockey playstyle plus. In fact, I actually want to try him in striker. So this James is probably one of those cards where I wouldn't say he's worth doing just because simply he's just not quick enough. And maybe you can wait for potential evolution in the future, but there's no guarantee of that, so probably not worth it. We've got Rabiot. We're just going to bring up some of these main players here, and a lot of these cards, they end up becoming usable. That's the key thing here. Usable is the key words. I don't think there's really anyone else. In fact, you know what? Let's go to foot.gg 1 second, and let's just have a look at any dribbling sensations. You can see the evolved player. Let's just see who there really is. I can't really see anyone that's really stand out-ish that I would say have just become amazing. Again, it's not an amazing, David actually. There isn't really an amazing stat boost over here. You just got to bear that in mind. I don't like, it's just the pace and the dribbling. Yeah, it's not really that much of a big upgrade here, to be honest. There's only going to be a few cards. Yeah, there's some of these cards that are now more quote unquote usable, is probably the way that I would probably coin that term. I'm not going to say they were very much meta, but so there's something to say. Just be careful when you do these. But I don't think there's anyone who really have noticeable. I mean, Footbin hasn't really got a list. One thing you can do as well, actually, shout out to Twitter. Sometimes you can go on foot.gg and they sometimes release some like their top 5 founders, evolutions and stuff like that. But again, just be careful. I wouldn't really hastily do this one. And then like dribbling sensations, you can see top 5. You can see there isn't really that much of a choice here. We're going to look at this Zelem card because I looked at her, but I don't really see any significant stats. But anyway, I'm just trying to see if there's anyone really else here that's really meta. What's Neil Mope stats? Interesting. So that's with the full upgrade one. I'll have a look at that one. But yeah, that is that one. One thing you can do, one of my filters is, as I said, is the center mid filter, stats wise. So what I'll do is I'll put, for example, sprint speed of plus 75, and then I'll add another filter of defensive awareness to about 70. Just going to see if there's anyone really here that's become a bit more notable. These are more just the center mid roles here. Got Charles. This is the way that I look at the cards. The Paul we've already added anyway, but we're just going to click on him again. Paula Fernandez. She was actually very good when the game came out as a center mid. And Leila Banos, one of my favorite cards actually. If you know, you know, I would say. I think that is pretty much it. I don't think there's really anyone else. We're going to go through the individual player stats, whether they're worth it, whether they're worth doing. I just want to have a look at Zelem. Okay, so this is the Zelem card. Okay. She's got the Intercept Playstyle Plus. Interesting. Intercept Playstyle Plus. Very good card. Lacks the sprint speed. With a shadow, she should be fine. You know what? That's actually a very good card. Medium high as well. The height might be an issue. That is the only thing. The height's 5'4". It won't be that. It'll be like a Kante. Kante is 5'6". So it shouldn't be too. So if everyone knows how OP Kante is, I think she's a good card because she's got the United links. Because she's got the United links, she can work out. The only thing, because when you combine it with the Rare Defender upgrade and then Dribbling Sensation even more, she gets boosted. You know what? That's actually a very good CDM card. English is easy to link, and she's got the Intercept Playstyle Plus. I'll probably say, look, maybe not in the Premier League, right? Technically speaking. But with the United links and English links, if you're not going for the Super League, whatever, I think that's actually a very good card. I think you definitely need a shadow on this card, though. I think she lacks the pace. I'd say the pace needs to be a bit high, especially on Team of the Season time. I'd say really the pace is kind of the most important thing here. Let's have a look at Rabiot. Rabiot has got that big boost, 2 all around. And first proven, it's not really... You just become more of a centre mid again. Someone like Barella maybe could even be better. It's a lot of cards now. Not even... I was going to say Marquisio, but... Because this is one of those evolutions where it's fairly easy to do. It's not too taxing to do, but there's a lot of centre mids actually you could probably actually use. You can use Benacer as well. But Barella, Marquise, obviously the GOAT. So yeah, you got to be careful about this one. This card here, 5-star weak foot. This is interesting. So he's got a 5-star weak foot now because you do power shooter and dribbling sensation. That's what I mean by they stack up. This is why I said be careful with the foundations too, because they stack up. That's why remember I said to you always, if you're not sure, always just leave it. Don't hastily do something. If you've got like a joke account or a second account, that's fine. La Liga Hypermotion, which is the second league, I believe. It's not even the normal league. So I think realistically here, to link him will be extremely difficult. 5'11", lacks the balance, but probably makes up for it in terms of, I mean, with a Hunter, he's okay-ish. I don't think he's amazing. DePaul is another card here. Now, to be honest, you can just go buy his this card. It's 200k. It's not like a significantly high amount of money, but at least for 200k, you get the big boost upgrades. I think that's a good card. Centre mid. Is someone like a Bellingham going to be much better? Probably. Even the Llorente I'd probably have preferred over him. Even a Valverde. So DePaul is, even if I had to compare both of these cards together, I would definitely go with Valverde night and day. His pace is just so superior. His pace. And Valverde can basically do everything that DePaul can do. Yeah, maybe he lacks a tiny bit on the passing. You're talking about a tiny bit here. And maybe at the agility and balance. But apart from that, he can do basically everything that DePaul can do. The pace alone makes up. So again, although some of these cards may look like they're worth it on paper, this is actually a decent one because his original card wasn't that good. But, you know, maybe this card, this is SBC. No, it's not. So again, maybe even not even worth it either here because you can just literally get this card instead. So even if you're a Liverpool fan, I'd probably say just buy the card. But again, don't forget, this is a free card. Remember, the requirements are almost next to nothing. You're basically playing like 3 games. So it's not like you can't do it. It is more of like these cards are not really usable. Now this is senior card. I really like this as senior. Honestly, I'm looking more towards this one. I'm probably going to do this card. Actually, no, let me just double check now when this expires. So this expires. Does it say? I think it should at the top. It does not. Let me just double check inside the game because this one I actually want to do. This is senior card. Looks really good. So I've got the detail oriented. That's what. That's not too bad. That's 10 days. Then I got to do this one here, which is 17 days in power shooter. Maybe I can do this before Christmas, maybe. But this is a senior card, especially with the Playstyle Plus. I'm very much liking this card. I think it's one of the best cards you can get. 5-star, 5-star. Of course, I'm not saying, you know, he's got so many playstyles. He's got first touch, pinged pass, technical, incisive. If you had quick step as well and rapid, this will probably, honestly, if you could have all these playstyles, but instead of dead ball, if you had quick step, instead of flair, if you had rapid, and instead of trickster, you had a finesse shot, this would be one of the most insane cards I've ever seen. His passing is second to none. I know this is all about the other evolution, but it's so hard to ignore this card. I'll say definitely it's a card worth doing. Apart from that, there really isn't anyone really else here. I mean, this one that I can't really think. I don't think there's really anything else here, really, guys. To be honest. And then Claudia Pina. I actually really liked her. I think Paula Fernandez is probably better than her. Zella we went through. She's probably the best. If you are going to do one, I'd probably say she's probably the best one to do. That very high defensive awareness. Does she have the jockey playstyle by any chance? No, she doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't really show the full playstyles. I think with English links, I'm trying to think with my team. I can't really get her in with you. I don't even got United players. Normally I have De Gea in my team. I've got no Rashford, no De Gea. English, maybe Walker at right back max. I can't really get her into the team, but she's definitely a card that's worth doing. So I'm trying to say, some of these evolutions, they're really made for like, of course my job is to really go through the meta cards, but they really do give you a lot of variety. Jansen instead, she looks pretty decent. I'm not gonna say she's amazing. What about her? Jilting balance, good defense, but you know what? She's actually a very good centre mid. You know what? The problem is in the new MLS, NWMS, what it's called, the women's MLSs call it, there isn't that many good centre mids. You do have Sonnet, but I got Rapinoe in my team. So this is where some of these evolutions make sense, because if I have Rapinoe in my team and you have Smith, I have Smith as well. Dunn is a good card, but sometimes Dunn is not amazing. I can put her there and she can do basically everything. Pass as well. She hasn't got pinged passing is what I prefer. Good stamina, good defense awareness, but a shadow should actually be a very good card. So that's trying to say a lot of these cards, they have these, and that's why I want to make these videos, because it's not necessarily about which card is meta. Like you can probably see there wasn't that many real meta cards here, but it's more about what is the potential solution that you can do. You got to be careful. That's why I try to evolve the cards as late as possible. Tierney will have, actually, you know what, we'll have a quick Tierney and Estupinian. Let's have a quick look at these two actually, because I just realized something. I think I have just realized something now. That's D to orange. Actually, never mind. But at Tierney already. I was just seeing if there was a combination, but there wasn't. Okay, never mind. Never mind, there wasn't. I was just thinking for a second. I had like a thought process. I was like, hang on, is this thing? Because sometimes it doesn't show it properly, the order. But yeah, I don't think there's really anyone else that's really notable that's worth even looking at. If you're asking me to be completely candid here, David, we've already clicked, but I think apart from there isn't really anyone else. You've got Muller, Ruben Neves, Klaus that we already looked at, but that's for the other evolution anyway. And then dribbling some Mope you can actually get up. Neil Mope. Interesting. So you can get him to 92 finishing. 92 agility, 99 balance. Sprint speed really lets him down here. That would be a fantastic card. To be completely honest, that would be a fantastic card if he had better pace. Because he has the pinged pass, first touch. Wow, that would actually be a pretty decent card, to be fair. If he had a 4-star weak foot in the first place, that'd be a 5-star weak foot. Paul, we kind of went over. Paula Fernandez, a very good card for the Liga F. Takes like a playstyle as well. Relentless. Again, if you can't really, I mean, Aitana, she's like what, 90k now, if I'm not mistaken. One of the best centre mids you can get for 90k. Alexia, 50k even. Alexia is still a bit pricey. I think she's still one of the best centre mids in the game. In fact, I'm surprised she's even held this low, to be honest. But yeah, she's definitely one of the best centre mids inside the game. When you can either put a shadow on her or you can put a hunter. Either way, you're going to get such a very good card. But yeah, I don't think there's anyone really else here. Leila Banos, my favourite. If you know, you know. That's what I'm saying. This card, the reason why I love this card. She was so good, but she had the jockey playstyle intercept. Now it shows everything. So this is actually a very good centre mid, actually. 85 defensive awareness, jockey playstyle. That's David. 5-star weak foot as well. To be fair, if you put a hunter on him as a League 1 striker, he's very much meta. He lacks the aggression, but I don't think that'd be much of an issue. I think as a pure striker, he's got the short passing, which is very, very important. His composure is pretty decent. The shot power is a bit better, but you need the hunter to bring his pace up. So if you're looking for a League 1 striker, I think he's definitely... I'm surprised Footbin on the popular list. These are only the cards that are really available. This Eusebio SPC is something else, but we'll come back to that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there's really anyone else to go to. We'll just end on Eusebio just to touch on him actually while we're here. Eusebio, now, if I was you, You just buy this one, 2 mil. Are you really gonna pay this much for a +1 upgrade? That's 1 mil more for a +1 upgrade. I'll be honest, with 2 mil cash to it, but I think that's an SBC is probably worth doing. 4-star, 5-star. You said we'll always be a GOAT. If you can't finish with him, you definitely can't finish anyone. But yeah. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Marino, yeah, it's okay, set a bid, nothing amazing. And thanks for watching the video. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.